is, they can be femme, they can have a penis, they can have a vagina.
And what is a woman? Well, they're going to have hormone replacements. I would say your hormones are probably what make you a woman for the most part. You can be born a woman, but, you know. What is a woman?
A woman is a powerful, strong, like, we're all together for each other.
What is a woman to you all?
Someone that identifies as a woman.
What is a woman?
That's a question.
What is a woman?
A woman is anyone who identifies as a woman.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Black Coffee today. We're diving into a subject that should be simple, but somehow has become a political minefield. Defining what a woman is. And let me tell you, the left's struggles with this one have been quite the spectacle. Now, before anyone jumps down my throat, let's make it clear. This isn't about denying anyone's identity. It's about pointing out the sheer absurdity of not being able to provide a clear, consistent answer to a basic question. The sources show a very clear example of this, where self-proclaimed feminists were asked to define a woman, and the answers were incredibly vague and contradictory. Let's break down why this is such a problem. The anything goes approach. When asked to define a woman, the interviewees in the source gave answers such as they can be femme, they can have a penis, they can have a vagina. Another said, someone that identifies as a woman. This approach leads to a completely circular definition, where a woman is someone who identifies as a woman. It offers no real insight or boundaries, and it feels like a dodge to avoid answering the question directly. The erosion of meaning. When words lose their meaning, communication becomes impossible. If a woman can be anyone who identifies as a woman, then what purpose does the word itself serve? It becomes a completely subjective label, losing its connection to biology, shared experience, and even common sense. This type of linguistic relativism makes discussions difficult to have and creates confusion. The hypocrisy of the experts. It is particularly revealing that the interviewees in the sources are self-proclaimed feminists. These are the same people who claim to be fighting for women's rights, but cannot seem to provide an answer as to what a woman is. This highlights a deep inconsistency in the left's approach. How can you advocate for a group of people when you cannot actually define that group? The contradiction of hormone replacement therapy. The source also mentions that a woman is someone who may undergo hormone replacement, implying that biology is a factor in being a woman. However, this idea that someone who is not born female can become a woman seems to be at odds with the statement that a woman can also be someone who simply identifies as a woman. This highlights a further contradiction in the left's approach, as they seem to use biology and self-identification at the same time. The inability to define a woman isn't just a philosophical debate. It has real consequences. It impacts policy, laws, and even basic conversations. It creates confusion and resentment. When the definition of a woman is so nebulous, it becomes difficult to address issues specific to women's rights and safety. The source also notes that a mother of a trans kid is concerned with the rights of her child, because she believes that the Constitution does not apply to trans people. How can we have a meaningful conversation about rights when we cannot even agree on who is entitled to them? As someone who believes in clarity and honesty, I find this whole situation baffling. The left often claims to be the party of science and logic, yet they're actively rejecting basic biological realities to avoid discomfort. This shows a clear prioritization of political ideology over biological reality.
So what does that mean, white supremacy is terrorism?
Have people been terrorized by white supremacists?
Do you notice that almost everyone here is white?
White started it, white gotta fix it.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Illegal immigration is a farce.
What do you call it? What do you call it? Undocumented?
Government. It's an imaginary line.
I dare you to cross the Canada-United States line.
White man, how dare you? How dare you?
That was kind of racist.
I'm a privileged white man too. But you know what I'm doing?
You just called me a privileged white man.
You cannot be racist to white people because white people are the dominant race in this country. Full stop.
You were calling me privileged when you don't know anything about me. I could have grown up in Section 8 housing.
This is privilege.
Okay, all right. Tell me this. Tell me this. Tell me this. Tell me this. Tell me this.
privilege.
And they've been given 11 science-backed activities to try and cope with their sense of hopelessness, would you believe? That includes exercising, doing a creative activity.
It's devastation. It's absolute, complete devastation to people's mental, emotional, physical, and psychological health. People are dying as a result of Trump being elected. There are people dying by suicide because they don't want to live in a country where their rights are not respected and them as people are not seen as people, but rather than objects of that should be eliminated.
It's a downward mental impact. It's not good.
My biggest worry right now, honestly, as a mother of a trans kid, I really worry about their rights. Like my sign says, our own Constitution only says all men are created equal, and I really wish that would change for the whole country.
I literally broke down in tears, and several of my friends cried as well. It's scary. I mean, a lot of my friends are nurses, and we are scared for our future. I think that the people that are in support of it are probably in support of it for the wrong reason. They want cheaper eggs and gas and milk.
Black healing is resistance. Indigenous healing is resistance. Trans healing is resistance. Have the audacity to heal yourself. When you heal yourself, you heal your lineage and your ancestors. Have the audacity to love yourself. Because when you love yourself, it is a you to every oppressor that would have you drown in your self-hatred.
I'm personally here because I had a mental breakdown after Donald Trump won.
We are on the eve of an authoritarian administration. This is what 21st century fascism is starting to look like.
It's like they're so afraid of offending someone that they're willing to sacrifice common sense. The left's struggle to define woman isn't just a funny internet meme. It's a symptom of a much larger problem, a lack of intellectual honesty. It's time for them to stop dodging the question and start engaging in real discussions with logic and reason. Let's get back to defining terms based on reality, not political expediency. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time on Black Coffee.
It's fun to stay at the